Got a question for you. Have you tried microdosing and been disappointed with the results? Well, Margaret's got some thoughts about that she's going to share in just a moment. This is Margaret and Eddie with a Mindful Emergence, where we support you in your healing and personal spiritual transformation by offering mindfulness, movement, and breathing practices. And we do support individuals using plant medicines intentionally. So, Margaret, why is it you think that some people do microdosing and they just don't think it's done anything for
Well, many people feel like it's fallen short of their expectations. And that's because the word micro is the key. Microdosing is meant to be small and subtle shifts, changes that happen over a period of time. And so we want to get really specific about our intention at the beginning of the microdosing. And we want to be able to notice the subtleties and track it on a daily basis. And we know there's microdosing on days and microdosing off days. It's not an everyday thing. And so we want to be able to notice the shifts, not only on the days that we're actually ingesting the dose, but on the days following.
Now, of course, you can microdose a lot of different substances, but what we're primarily referring to is psilocybin,
Yeah,
which is the one that we have experience
yeah,
with.
yeah. It's a plant medicine, mushrooms.
Well, it sounds to me like it's important to have the right dose. Like, how do you arrive at that?
Yeah, yeah. Well, we call it sub-perceptual dose, micro dose. And some people are taking it in a capsule form that you can order through companies online. And then other people might have their own medicine that they would weigh out on a special scale to make sure that it is the amount that they want.
Hmm.
So start low and go slow is the phrase. And that is really important because we want it to be slightly noticeable. We want to be a little bit enhanced, but we don't want to be so enhanced that it interferes with our normal working and relating and functioning in life. And on the other hand, we don't want to forget that we've taken it like, I don't think I feel anything at all. So there's a little tweaking involved, especially at the beginning. And especially if you're brand new to microdosing, you don't really know. So it's important to test it out, to start at a low dose. And if you're ordering from a company, usually a low dose is like 50 milligrams to
Hmm.
100. I might myself go even lower
Yeah.
than that. So
Yeah, we've been doing less than 100 milligrams.
yeah, very, very subtle, but you can determine for yourself if you're a sensitive person or not so sensitive. And I'm super sensitive, so I can feel the subtleties. And actually, we have a system for that.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, sounds to me like you have to play around with it a little bit to get that sweet spot.
Yeah.
But once you have a sense of that, you really need to track it. How do you do that? How do you keep track of these?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I created a little handout here.
Ta-da.
Ta-da! It's called a tracker calendar. And the design is unique. It's a circular design rather than a square calendar. And on the outside, you write the month that you're taking it. You write in the dates of the month, so you know when your dose is coming up. You can circle it or color it in on your dosing days, so that you can take a quick look at it on your refrigerator or wherever you have it day to day and notice that, oh, today's a microdosing day, or
Hmm.
no, it's not. And then there's a line for dosing, and you write down the actual dose amount so that you can keep track. Was that a lot for me that particular day? Was it not so much? You can find your sweet spot that way. And then there's three other lines that are there for your personal goals.
Mm.
And it's important to know what our goals are so that we can prove our progress over time. And this tracker calendar is fantastic for keeping track.
Like creativity is a big thing with you. So you write creativity, and then what do you do? Like a
Initial?
0 to 5 or something?
Nope, nope.
No?
So there's more to it than that.
Oh.
So most people, yeah, see that's a common misconception. You might
Oh.
write creativity. It's very general. If so, I've written something like creative expression, and that initiates the thinking in my mind, oh, I have to actually express a creative thought, a creative word, a creative movement, or maybe I'm making art or music or whatever it is you do. At the end of that day, you know that you're going to go back to it and create and choose a number from like 1 to 5. So there's this calendar includes little spaces for your numbers as well as your creative intentions. So at the end of the day, you're going to say, was I creative? Did I express that creativity in my words, my actions? And then you could put number 1 to 5 is my suggestion. And you'll know day to day, is this really working for me? Just the thought of your intention is going to be helpful.
What else would they track?
So another thing that I have tracked and many people want to track is movement. Let's say you want to start moving your body, but you want to make sure that you're doing it in a way that feels good and safe. So instead of exercise or let's say walking or gym or something like that that you might have as an intention, get more specific. I wrote down move to feel good because I don't want to move for the purposes of fitness. But that's a great intention, like
Yeah,
getting stronger, getting more flexible, getting more fit,
it's a
losing
fringe
weight.
benefit in a way.
But for me, I want to move so that my body feels good and not, achy and sore. And then a third suggestion that I have, or my intention, is joy. I want to feel more joy in my life. Well, joy is kind of broad, so I put joy choices. Like, how am I thinking? Am I creating thoughts and behaviors that move me in the direction of joy and away from, let's say, doubt or fear?
Mm. So you could also do rest, energy,
Anything you want.
anything you want. But it sounds to me like really kind of focusing in on how you want to experience it.
Exactly. You want to
Right.
be able to not only notice it, but track it. So have
Okay.
something that's specific enough so that you yourself can measure it.
Well, it'd be really cool to have something like this. How could I get something?
Well, you could email us. Our email address is discover at a mindfulemergence.com.
I'll put that in the description that accompanies this video.
Send us an email.
Just put in the subject tracking sheet or tracking calendar, and we'll just send you a digital copy.
Mhm.
And what else you got?
I have created a journal as well that can be used with microdosing or on its own. I call it Right Back to Myself because what we're doing through microdosing is coming back home to the person we know ourselves to be, our real self, our authentic self. So we want to be able to write in micro rights. So there's a theme here. It's micro writing, micro movement, micro breathing, and micro meditations. It's all in here, as well as journal prompts and inspiring quotes. And it's just a way to keep yourself on track.
You know, one of the things I love about this, and by the way, it's a really beautifully designed book, by the way. A lot of people think for their life to get better, for them to have the things in their life that they want, they have to make huge, big changes.
Mhm.
Not necessarily, right?
Right. Small, subtle, step by step. And that way it's sustainable. So if you had a huge experience and it was kind of overwhelming, it might be hard to integrate that.
Hmm.
Microdosing, micro writing, micro breathing practices, micro movements, and micro meditations. That's the way to go.
So we'll put a link. This is available on Amazon. It's very reasonably priced. We'll put the
Mhm.
link in the description. So if you want to go to Amazon and get that book or at least look at it, you can do that as well. Any final thoughts before we close the video on this?
We've got a website. Check out our website, and you can get your free tools there too as well, and get on our newsletter.
Yeah. So thanks for watching. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. And you know all about subscribing and all that because we pump out videos here and there on really good content like this. You don't want to miss it. So thanks for watching. All right.